Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the JeanRichard Aquascope. This particular version is the Aquascope Hokusai Japan. And what's interesting here is you have a dive watch, which the dial takes a part of the famous Japanese, I think it's a wood etching, or is it a painting, or it's a painting on wood, by Hokusai, called The Great Wave off of Kanagawa, which is a great piece of artwork. A lot of people are familiar with it. I had a poster of it in my room when I was in college. It was great. So I think it's really cool to have a watch that has this sort of that sort of Hokusai wave motif right there on the dial. Hopefully you can see that pretty well. It's a subtle element. It's not super easy to see all the time. And I think it adds an interesting character to a dive watch. I think overall there's a lot of dive watches on the market. Hell, there's a lot of aquascopes on the market. JeanRichard has not been shy about producing a large number of these. So I guess we've done reviews of the aquascope on aBlogtoWatch before. I haven't done it personally, so this is my opportunity to take a look at their dive watch, but also check out one that had a little bit more of a sort of a unique flair to it. So first of all is this sort of larger, I think it's 44 millimeters wide, cushion style, it might be a little bit wider, cushion style case that basically like almost all of the new JeanRichard watches have. There are some round case versions, but for the most part, the Aquascope, the Terrascope, and the Aeroscope, that's Terrascope and Aeroscope, all share the same case. The difference is the dial and the bezel. So as a dive watch, this watch, of course, has 300 meters of water resistance, and again, it has that rotating diver's bezel there. And overall, this is nice. JeanRichard is trying to come in at a more entry-level luxury point for a Swiss-made watch. It's still kind of on the higher end. I think that there's a lot of good stuff. I think at prices at this level, so there's stiff competition. This particular watch is close to $4,000, but that's part of that is because of the special dial. There's of course slightly more affordable ones, but I think overall it's a great look. I love the dial, those super legible hands, a lot of lume, just really sort of nice, attractive looks to it. This particular version of the bezel is a steel bezel, and inside you have the indicators there with a little bit of blue lacquer in there. So this again is a very blue watch. This case is nice. I've always found it comfortable. It looks good. Inside the watch is an SW300 movement. This is Sellita SW300 movement. I'm not sure if these were limited editions, as Hokusai ones. There's at least two different versions. There's this one in blue, and then I believe there's a gray one. But I figure if you're going to go with Hokusai and this sort of like a dive watch theme, you're going to want to go with this cool, deep blue color, which is overall pretty nice. I think one of the complaints I've had about JeanRichard's collection right now is just there's too much diversity, which I think can be great in a very active market where you want to have lots of colors and lots of choices for consumers. But I think in each version of the watch, so let's say the Aquascope has a ton of versions, and then there's too much similarity between, like I said, the Aquascope, the Aeroscope, and the Terrascope. I think, yes, there's little differences, but I think as a consumer, you're going to come in, you're going to be like, I'm not sure which one I want, and I'd like to see a little bit more variety there. But again, this has the rotating diver's bezel. I think the Aquascope is going to be a popular model for a lot of people that want that sort of cool diving watch look. Fit and finish are very nice. Like I said, the dial's cool. I love those applied hour markers, and that blue color is neat. It's hard to get a blue watch right, and what I mean by right is something that you want to wear on a regular basis. People, blue watches tend to be rough. People like blue watches. I think they sell well, but you'll find that people don't wear their blue watches as often as maybe their black watches or things like that. So I think it's good to have a nice blue watch in your collection, but if you don't find yourself wearing it as often as you might think you like, that's totally normal. But maybe you are someone that wears your blue watch all the time, and if you are, I'd love to hear about it. Retail price for the JeanRichard Aquascope Hokusai Japan is about $3,750, and you can see the full review on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.